This is Tito. This is little Pete. Tito is a little bit bigger.
Okay.
And so I want to give little Pete more attention and be the favorite.
Sure.
But Tito steals the show every
Yeah,
time.
right.
So it's like, this is my party tit. I have a hard time. Do you see me go back and forth?
Totally get it.
And two wonderful gay men named my breasts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And my vagina was named the Duchess. So it worked out really well. But we got Tito and little Pete.
And Duchess.
And the Duchess.
That's good. Butthole? Butthole have a name?
I think they named him Harry, but that's just because, it sounded funny. And they said, if a man wants to meet Harry, you better question that man. And these were gay men telling me this. I thought it was funny. They literally named all my body parts, but those were the only ones I remember.
Right.
Because it was funny. I was actually on a score set. So back in the day, and those guys I couldn't tell you their names now, but they were wonderful. But I don't know. Do I have a favorite tit? And they are boys, by the way, so that I can talk about them and say, Tito and little Pete,
Right.
missing you. But yeah. Like everybody on my OnlyFans is like, oh, you have a man. It's like, I've always had a man. You guys just didn't know. This is the first time I've ever been public about it.
Right.
This is the first time, because I've never introduced anybody. Like, he has a stage name now. He is registered as everything. Like,
What's his stage name?
Bo Flair.
Bo Flair.
Flair. Yeah, 22 years, Houston fireman. So.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you're with a fireman?
That is my dream man. That is my dream man. So when I met him 15 years ago, I was like, stay away from me. You're a troublemaker. I am not. But do you know how many times it would be like, hi, I really miss you. Come see me at the fire station. And I'd show up.
Yeah.
We were that couple.
Right.
I've always been that girl in his repertoire of women.
Well, I mean, as a fireman, so I always think of firemen as just sitting in their firehouses waiting for people to come give them cakes and fuck them.
That's what I did. I used to bring cookies and fuck him.
Yeah.
Not all of them, just him.
Right.
But, sometimes it was in, the tool shed, or it was in the captain's bed, or it was somewhere. And I still haven't done it on the fire truck bed. He wouldn't let me.
No?
Yeah, he said it's mildewy and disgusting and stinks, and he would never put me there.
Oh.
But still want to.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But, we make all the fireman jokes and
You can put masks on. I mean,
sexual innuendos, yeah.
You probably have masks left over from the pandemic, right? You just put the masks on and can fuck on top of that fire truck.
I like to kiss.
Right.
No, he's just like, honestly, it's really the most disgusting thing. Yeah. And he said now the newer trucks have some kind of like rivets that join the hoses for length.
Oh.
And they don't lay smooth anymore like they used to.
Aww.
So it's like, he's like, it's not going to be comfortable.
I never think about this because I used to cover firemen and firewomen, people, firefighters at the beginning of my journalism career.
Oh, okay.
But I never really thought about it. But there must be so much jizz happening inside of a fire station, right?
Well, I have asked him. He does not do that at the station, and he gets held over days at a time. That was the other reason I didn't see him for Christmas, is he was there for 3 days straight until Christmas Day. So he was like, you're gonna be here and I'm not gonna be there. So he says, he goes, but I get home and it's like clockwork in order for me to go to sleep. I don't know, I can't speak for the other men and women in that, but you would think, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, but I don't. He said it's just not like that.
So he's a good kisser.
Ugh.
Okay, so this is what I want to bring up.
Shacked up for 2 days, just making out and stuff.
Yeah. And you have very kissable lips.
Thank you. Yeah, he tells me that all the time. That's what he thinks about when I'm not around, is my lips.
Right. I'm glad you brought up kissing because I've had 2 different porn stars just walk up to me and start making out with me since I've been here in the last couple of days.
Careful, that's how you catch COVID. That's like my thing. Don't get COVID.
I'm vaccinated.
We're not worried about STDs. We're worried about COVID.
I'll be all right.
Yeah, no kidding.
So what I've realized is, having had partners who were the world's worst kissers.
Really? Oh, that's terrible.
And some in the long time ago that were phenomenal. These kisses I've gotten from porn stars this week are so fucking good. They're like soft and they're just like so perfect. And I thought, oh right, of course you're going to be a great kisser because you're great at all the other body stuff.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. You would think. It's like a natural thing. I do feel like to be in this industry and do well and be really successful, there is an amount of authenticity in what we're doing. And I think that I'm a person who genuinely enjoys sex.
Yeah.
And that's what makes my work good.
Yeah.
It's because I genuinely enjoy sex. I'm also great as an actress, but
Yeah.
at least I feel I am. But then when that transitions into my personal life, it's next level. Like, you think the camera likes what they see. Can you imagine my personal life? And I think that's why me producing my own stuff it's more organic, and they're getting real life. Like, this isn't a staged orgasm. This is what's really happening. It's also not shot as camera friendly as a normal porno would be shot, because because it's real sex. So instead of, opening to the camera and being these like awkward positions, and he's in an awkward position, I'm in an awkward position, because trying to accommodate the penetration for the camera, you're just getting, I have multiple camera setups, so you get it all, but a lot of it is just what is real. Yeah. And I feel like the authenticity of my enjoyment, his enjoyment, the kissing, all those things, it's just a lot more passion and a lot. Not that I didn't bring that to the studios. I did. Clearly, I think I did. But my co-stars would say I did.
Are you still into dirty talk?
I think I'm the queen of that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
the king of dirty talk. This is what I wanted to talk to you about more than everything fucking else.
Okay.
Because there are people that are good at it, and a shit ton of people that suck at it, or they don't even try or want it.
I feel like I've always been really good at it, especially once the camera starts rolling. I get in a zone, and in fact I'll laugh at myself later, like, I said that, because I do forget what I've said because I'm in the moment. My partner right now does not care for dirty talk because he does feel like it's fake because of the porn. But he can also tell when I'm being very genuine, and then sometimes that will make him come.
Yeah.
Good kissing and what I'm saying, or really my moans or my reactions to him.
Yeah.
We're both very in tune with, like, that's what gets us off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel like a couple things that you've said resonate with me a lot. Enthusiasm, right? To me, like, everything's enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
And then compatibility and being in sync.
Yeah.
I feel like, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds like you two have that.
We very much. I think that's why after 15 years of back and forth, that was like, we're revisiting. Yep, still good. Revisiting. Yeah, still good. Okay, this is it. We're at the age where we just want to keep it now.
Yeah. Right. Let's just do a little camera check. So that's working. This boob still working?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You're still, everything's good.
I think that looks never nice.
So, do you think that your fans are more into your butt or your boobs?
Both. I really feel like it is even.
Yeah.
I really do. Because I get so much requests for ass shots, even thigh shot, like, cross your legs, I just want to see your big thighs.
Yeah.
But it leads up to the butt. And then the amount of ass spreading and butthole just blows my mind. And
ass spreading and butthole.
Butthole. Yeah, they want, like, that ass just spread and that butthole.
I feel like in the last 10 years in porn, butthole has become an industry.
It is.
With gaping and everything.
Everything. And I don't even do any of that. It's just they want to see it fully spread.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a lot more of that, especially, like you said, over the last 10 years. I think that's about the right number there is 10 years. It's just been building. Because I was doing more fetish ass sniffing, asshole sniffing, that kind of stuff. And even the farting fetish videos. And people loved it. But it, like, went next level with the amount of, I just want to see a picture of your butthole. Or they just like you to, like, bend over, they like the full roundness.
I love this.
And then just seeing, the nice opening of the labia right there between the thighs is become like the request of requests.
Right.
I have a great pair of tits, but I think that as much as boobs are always going to be great, I think they have their time, just like everything else, where it's really peaks, and then it's like, big butts are it now.
Over the course of my lifetime, a lot of women have asked me why. They seem to be surprised that men get into a woman's butthole, and I think, at least, there are a lot of explanations, but I think one of them is if you have a woman in doggy enough over time, you're constantly looking at that butthole. So eventually you're going to want to get in there.
Yeah. And I think that when you feel comfortable with your partner, it also changes that curiosity. There's things I would do with a partner that I'm long-term with versus somebody that's a booty call or just a, friend with benefit situation. I don't want to be that personal. And I don't want them to be that personal with me necessarily.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's where my content's changing this year, especially because there's that level of comfort. it's almost like anything's gonna go now.
So I feel like we're at the best time of all time for porn because you can run your own business. You could become a 6-figure, 7-figure person just with a computer, or not even just a phone or a couple of phones. Like really, it's not that hard now.
It's not that hard, but there's still a lot of work, and I think that's the misconception is people think, oh, it's so easy. The act is easy. Becoming just even to set this kind of a camera setup, takes a minute. How many trial and error before you really know what you want your setup to look like, right? So that is, I feel like, takes some time to learn. There's a learning curve, and how quickly you're producing things, because it is so easy for me personally, because I enjoy the sex. I don't want to turn on the camera. Like, oh well, I'm in the moment. Now I got to stop and turn on 3 cameras and get everything set up. Damn it. Now I'm going to lose my mojo. I don't know about you, but I would lose my mojo. So I'm like, no, fuck me now. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Or I'm, on the moment type blowjob type. He's like, oh my God, I should be recording this. Like, no, I'm in it right now. If we stop, I'm going to lose it. So
it's funny she said that a few years ago. More than a few years ago, like 10 years ago or something. I don't know, it's been a while. I was talking to Joanna Angel, and she said that she fucked so much on camera, it started to get hard for her to come off, not to come, but like, she kind of just wanted to be on camera all the time there. She went through this phase. I don't know what happened after that, but that was some phase she went through.
Yeah, I could understand that. I think while I've taken that heart sabbatical and I did a lot of self-reflection and healing, a lot of personal stuff, that I think that's where the ability to shoot in studio changed for me. I didn't really want it. My heart wasn't in it anymore the same way. It's not a bad thing. But I knew it was time for me to start stepping back. And like I said, everything kind of just fell into place. He showed up and was like, I really don't want you doing that anyway. I'll do it for you. I'll help you produce it. I'll be your dedicated stunt cock. And I was like, really? Because that I can do. But even that took me a minute, because now this is my real life going on camera.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I do the dirty talk? Do I be over dramatic with the orgasms and how it feels and all that? I think I have found the sweet spot of both. And the enthusiasm, it's very genuine, it's very organic. A lot of stuff is like not themed, unplanned, because, he caught me in the shower. He caught me out of the shower. He caught me where, we just do some random things. And so I feel like it gives you that, it's delivering that. But I absolutely understand what Joanna would be saying there, because I got to a point where that it was very comfortable, and it was a hard no to anything personal. And now I've switched that to, no, I'm comfortable with personal, and I really don't want to be with a bunch of people in the room while I'm fucking anymore. Right. I honestly don't know if I can at this point. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. The last couple shoots I turned down were all girl shoots, and I still was just like, I don't think I can deliver this anymore.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything stopping you from saying no? I mean, it's not like you're broke or something. You have money. So it's not like you need the money.
No, don't need the money. So, definitely don't need to build the fan base. I've got it. It's constantly growing, right? Even still.
Yeah. So now you have the power of no.
I have the power of no, but I still always felt like I had it. But I desired.
Yeah.
I wanted to shoot for browsers. I wanted to shoot for reality.
I mean, I guess I wanted. Everybody has the power of no.
Right.
I'm not saying nobody doesn't.
But yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Let's fix that.
Let's get those boobs.
It's not so much that, yeah, you're right, the power of no, but that drive and desire has definitely changed when it comes for shooting for anyone other than myself. Like, why?
Right.
I have all this power now, and it's genuinely a good thing.
Yeah.
So
how about, all right, so if you've rearranged your dirty talk for your current relationship, here's my question to women especially, is I'm curious about a couple of things that guys want to know and women never talk about. One, how many minutes is the perfect amount of minutes for a guy to go, where it's not too short and too long, the sex? And then how loud or quiet do you want a guy so that they're not too loud or not too quiet? Like, what's the medium?
I feel like both of those questions are completely subjective to the circumstances. I'm in a hotel room. I don't give a fuck who's going to hear anything. I want us both to be loud, enthusiastic, and enjoy it. And I don't care if it's 10 minutes or if it's 30 minutes. I was having to get ready for my interviews, and he was like, do we have time for it? And I was all, if it can be quick. And that we weren't sure. We were just like, let's just do it. I was actually on the phone, and he was fucking me the whole time. But we had to multitask.
Yeah.
So in that instance, you know, quiet was important. Quick was important.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really circumstantial.
Okay.
And I think we completed it in less than 10 minutes. And the fact that I was on the phone almost added to the excitement because I couldn't say anything and he couldn't because I was talking.
Yeah.
And it was him in a kind of a power position of how long can she do this without reacting? And I kept putting the phone away going, oh my God, stop but don't stop. So there's that. And then there's nights where him and I will go 4 hours and people go, how does he do that? I'm not saying one long 3-hour session where he's rock hard.
Sure.
It is a lot of, you know, it's not staying hard, but we're still making out. We're still active doing other things. And he is a man who knows he'll go down on me. He'll eat my asshole. He'll do it all. I'll do the same. And so we're ready for whatever. It's just, we just let it all flow naturally. So I feel like it's really dependent on the situation.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I could go all day, all night. And it's like you say, you're not doing like one thing over and over again.
Yeah.
You're moving things around. I mean, I think this is what, like, I refer, you know, I hear a lot of people here talk about themselves like cum slut or a nymphomaniac or something like that. I'm not sure what the right word is, but it's like an enthusiasm. Like my number one priority in life is sex and masturbation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think that's a bad thing.
And so, like, if there are foodies, why can't there be fuckies or cummies?
Cummies.
Right?
It's true. It's true.
If
and
people
I think
can beg for 4 hours, then some of us can fuck for 4 hours.
Right. And I think that in my situation personally right now, we're two people who are like that. We'd be fuckies and cummies.
Yeah.
We can't get enough, but it's really of each other. Unless I have that, and I think that's part of the reason, like partner-wise, I was constantly looking for that, was someone who had that same drive and desire and enthusiasm that I did in him, and I match up very well. So, you know, we do a lot of I don't want to say edging because it's not intentional. We're not doing it to each other intentional.
I know exactly
we
what
will
you mean.
fuck for a good 45 minutes. And all right, we got to get ready for dinner reservation. Stop. We'll pick this up later. Put a pin in it and go. And then it's almost like this intense foreplay.
Yeah.
Because at dinner now we're talking about it. We're thinking about it. Where there's a lot of, you know, this drink. Like I'm thinking, you know, and we do it from across the room. We'll do it, you know, around a lot of people, and it's subliminal, and we might meet up for a few minutes and do it again, and then we got to be here now. And so by the time we're at 3 a.m. and it's time to go to bed, it is wow.
Yeah.
You are on another spectrum of, I don't think people experience that. I don't feel like most people experience that.
Yeah.
And we've gotten so good at that it's almost fun for us.
You know, I'm really glad you brought this up because, you know, if you're sitting around and just sort of like playing with each other or yourself for, you know, 30 minutes or 15 or here and there and then take a break, you know, whatever. It's almost to me like if you said like, you were talking about it's not exactly edging.
Yeah, because we're not like
agree.
getting close to orgasm.
Just having fun.
It feels so amazing.
Just having fun.
Yeah. And
Just getting into pleasure.
All the things like, you know, the way his body fits with mine, or, you know, just different things. Like he might be focused on my thighs that day, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's just I just don't think most people get to experience that, and I wish that everybody did. But those are the people that become the fuckies and the cummies, right? I mean, because that is what you're enjoying. It's like that foodie that, I just got to have a taste while I do this. I'm still making it, but I got to indulge myself too.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, you just want to get hard for 10 minutes, or you want to get wet for 10 minutes.
Yeah. And you just keep going on. And, you know, in fact, when he first got here, this for the show, he was like, we're going to do this, this, and this. Keep it in your pants, lady. Because I am the instigator. Because I can't. There's a drive that's there.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's not like that, but for me to have a partner who brings that out is very, very rare to find. Mm-hmm. So, and this has been ongoing for years.
Yeah.
So that's why it's different.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now if you had your birthday, right, coming up, and you wanted to have a perfect day, with him, would it be just him? It wouldn't be other people involved anymore? It would just be like you and him?
I don't want anyone else involved, but it doesn't mean I would be opposed to having other people involved.
I mean, it's your birthday.
It's my birthday. So for my birthday now,
yeah, if
they want to watch, they can watch. We're that exhibitionist couple. Expedition, got my words wrong there. If there was, and I'm sure we're going to find it eventually, a place to just have sex and let people pay to watch, just to watch. That's essentially what we're doing with our videos.
Yeah.
We both enjoy that knowing that someone is watching.
Maybe you could put basketball stands or football stands, some kind of stands in your house. You know?
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Yeah.
That's basically what you're doing on OnlyFans, right? I was trying to see if he was over here, if he wanted to come over here.
Okay, so it's your birthday.
So it's my birthday.
So how long is... Wait, you live in Vegas still?
I live here in Vegas.
All right, so
yes.
First of all, would you be home or would you go do something in Vegas?
Well, we're starting at the morning or the night before? Because I celebrate my birthday for the whole month. Because I'm a woman, right? We get the whole month. Actually, I do all Leo season, so I go July and August. So for my birthday, I have to say that the perfect things are, I would want to go somewhere. I would take a trip to some place exotic or a beautiful beach. So Hawaii has been my turn on lately. Everything about Hawaii is just so genuinely beautiful and like almost soul altering.
I love Maui.
I have not been to Maui, and that is my next, I have to go to Maui. So actually taking him there for his birthday in April.
Sweet.
He doesn't know yet. I don't know about you, but my experience is just even the smell of things is just so, it just arouses you in all kinds of different ways, really wakens up your body. So I would love it to wake up, morning coffee, and sex. And that is starting with really sensual kissing, my body being kind of adored and worshipped, and making love just starts. And I don't think that an orgasm is required at that point, because now I want to go enjoy the day. And that means maybe the nude beach over on North Shore, right? On Oahu. And, some very, I love I'm vegetarian. People know I'm vegan, but I'm more vegetarian now.
I'm 95% vegetarian.
Yeah.
Or 95% vegan.
Yeah, exactly. I don't intentionally do anything.
I'm like a vegan plus cheese dip.
Vegetarian plus cheese dip? Yeah.
Vegan plus cheese dip.
Oh, okay, yeah. There we go. So I guess I would say that. I don't have it in my house, but if it's around, I'm not going to be like, oh, take that away. I'll just, I make the choices if I can. Anyway, so having, the one thing I love about Hawaii is the fresh fruits and the different fruits. And lilacois became I love them. I love just walking up to the natives and getting them, and the bananas and stuff. The things just different. To me, it all turns me on. It's very like, wow, this is so delicious.
Yeah.
And that would turn into another sexual.
Hawaii is so fucking sexy.
Yeah. It has become one of my, I'm having a love affair with Hawaii. Yeah. So, with that, that would just repeat itself throughout the day until dinner, where I would want, a beautiful wine and a nice, very light meal, because I plan to have sex all fucking night.
Yeah.
Press me up against the glass windows, bend me over the balcony, put me in positions I shouldn't be in, yeah. And go deep and hard and really. But I've already had all this slow, sensual building all day. To me, that is like, if you throw some mushrooms in there, I'm talking psychedelics, right. That will put you on another planet, and I will see Jesus.
So how many, not that this is so important, but how many orgasms do you think that you would have in that?
Probably about 5 throughout all of it.
That's a pretty low number.
And all different for me personally.
Uh-huh.
I'm not always vaginally stimulated, and mostly clitoral. And as long as my nipples aren't being neglected, orgasm's going to achieve faster and faster. But there are times where I have orgasms that are purely vaginal, and that is rare for me. And my current partner is very good at that. I don't think he's doing anything specific. It's just him and I together, the way it works.
Yeah.
And then other times it's fully clitoral, and that's usually me on top.
Mm-hmm.
Nipples in his mouth, I'm on top.
Yeah.
So it's really just kind of we go with how, just whatever.
Then,
there's no planning with us. We just kind of just.
Yeah. And then how many
That sounds
orgasms
good.
do you think he would have in that time?
With my current partner, that is unpredictable. He can have multiple many throughout the day. He also is he's got a lot of control. And it's almost a challenge with us now. It's become like a game. Like this morning, he was like, I won. I was like, damn it, I was so close. But we just didn't have time. I had shit to get done. But I'm ready. Like, I'm like, tonight, you're going to get it. Like, it's going to be. He could have, and he could have not this morning. Do you see what I'm saying? Sure. It was like a quick 8-10 minutes. Yeah. That's not usually enough time for him.
Yeah.
But the circumstances lent it, and I think part of it was because I was on a call and had to. I think that elevated him too. Right. See what I'm saying? It's all circumstances, all very subjective. We don't know what's going to do it. Yeah. You know. Last night we tried a pleasure oil that I've never tried. I'm very sensitive to a lot of things that had a mint in it.
Oh.
And a CBD. It was very strong. It was really strong.
Yeah.
Ooh. That was like, did things to me. I was like, this is.
What's the sensation?
It is. I think that if you're not in tune with your body, it could feel like it almost burns or hurts. But I am so in tune that I was like, that is a stimulating, tingling, like, oh, please do something to me. It feels so good.
What's the brand? Do you know the brand?
It's called Her Highness. It's marketed to women. And I had bought sample packs to give out at a photo shoot that I was hosting for some models they flew in from all over the country. Yeah. And I only had a few left. And I had been wanting to try them. And usually oils are very hard for me because I'm very allergic, very sensitive. My pH is very sensitive. So I was like, well, we're going to take a risk here. And the one, he reads the label and goes, it guaranteed, but it's only one orgasm, so only one of us gets to go.
What?
I was like, oh, they got to change that label.
Yeah, right.
I thought, well, good thing I have two, I have two left. But all jokes aside, we were both really like trying this thing out. Like, okay, what is, and he had that same like cooling sensation. Uh-huh. And for me, it was more of a tingling, cooling, could have been a stinging sensation, but really what it did was, as a woman, it really brought a lot more sensation to the area. So if a woman is having difficulty with that, so I could see why it was a positive. I'm not one of those women. It just enhanced what was already going on with me. So I was just like, and then we went and had drinks and, hors d'oeuvres, and the whole time I was like, I am still tingling and I just want to fuck. And he was like, well, we got a party to go to and dinner still. And I was just like, it's gonna be hard, and then finally wore off. It was almost like it gave my pussy a high. It really did. And then it finally wore off. And then when we got back to the room, I was like, I went to the bathroom and I was like, oh, I think it like reactivated or something, because I was like, it's tingling again. What just happened? He's like, I don't know. I was like, whoa, we're doing this right now.
Do you have any of these on you? Do you have any extra on you?
I don't. I have one left and it's up there. HerHighness.com, highly recommend it. They ship nationwide. It's all geared towards women. I love it. I have like a gold lighter. They do specifically rolled joints that they send for women. Everything's red and gold, red lip ashtrays. I love the brand. I'm very supportive of the brand. They're supposed to get, if they're not already in Vegas, they're supposed to be coming to Vegas soon, having their license, but they're based out of New York City.
So what are the sex toys and lubes that you can't live without now?
Coconut oil is my go-to. I do get liquid coconut oil, the purest, most organic that I can find, and I have bottles of that everywhere. Like, it goes with me everywhere. I just started using Luby Tubi, or Tubi Luby, whatever it is. It's one that's been pushed around the industry. Actually really like it. Also CBD infused, comes in flavors. I've been using strawberry, I've been using plain, because my body is very sensitive. And up until then I was using Spunk Lube, which is great. I still use it for my solo stuff. It's great cum lube. But those lubricants are my go-tos. Now, when I am by myself and I'm doing my own sexy time, Fans has sent me this, I don't know what it is, but it is, I don't remember the exact name of it, but it has a suction cup to lick your pussy.
Oh, what?
And the other side is full-on vibrating dildo.
Oh, wow.
So you do this. Oh, I need a third one.
Is this the Satisfier 2 or something like that?
I didn't get it from Satisfier though. But
Is it similar to that? Or?
I think so,
Yeah.
because I don't have that one, but it's purple. It's like a $200 toy. I now have two. I have a third one. I put them on my nipples. Oh, that's it. So when I'm by myself, that's why I'm like, I need a third one, so I have all three areas going at once. I probably could be ready, and I could come in 3 minutes with that toy. The only reason I don't like it is not the same as a man. The weight of a man, the scent of my partner is all the extra. I can't kiss but that tongue action, I swear by it. That is like, holy shit. Where's this been all my fucking life? Then a fan sent me a second one, and I went, this. It was funny, though. The funny story is when I bought the first one, I was in a store in New York. And my girlfriend and I were there, and she was like, you're not going to spend that much money on this toy. I was like, oh, yes, I am. I've been wanting this toy for a long time. Mm-hmm. And the guy's, having a field day with all of us, like trying and playing with this thing. And I'm sitting there going, well, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. And I looked at him and I was like, I'll take the pussy licker. And he was like, I'm closing up shop and going home. I'm like, he thought I was talking about him. Because I called it titties. Because I called it the pussy licker. And I don't really know what it's called. I still don't, and I use it all the time. Yeah. But, well, I shouldn't say all the time, but a lot. I use it frequently.
I was in a relationship a couple of years ago with one of these women that comes like once every 8 seconds for an hour and a half.
No.
Yeah. Like she was born that way,
I want to be that woman.
Yeah, and she had one of those Satisfier 2 things that you're like similar to that. And that thing, it went from every 8 seconds to every 3 seconds,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to send this note real quick.
That's all good.
I didn't think that was real.
Yeah.
There's women that can really do that.
Yeah, it's real.
Okay, when it's real for me, that is, I am capable of that, is once I've had the initial orgasm. Okay, so when I've done these toys...
It's like clearing your throat.
It's weird, yeah. I'll get that first one, and I'll start counting. The most I've done is 22. Oh. Right in a row, like within seconds after each other. It's almost like I can't stop it. And then when I remove the vibrator, I'm like, oh no, I don't want it to. I want the vibration just to keep going, even if I'm not going to orgasm anymore. But talk about wet saturation. My bed, there's just like a whole saturated. And I'm not a squirter. It's just that much fluid just naturally coming out of my body.
You get cum drunk out of that.
Yeah, cum drunk. It isn't even the right word. It's like the best hit of weed you've ever had or something. I'm like, oh wow, like, do I even want to go to sleep? Do I want to do something? Because you feel so good. Mm-hmm. It's another level. But my average is between 9 and 12 when I do that. And I'm telling you, like you said, seconds, every couple seconds. And I'm almost like, how is this happening? Like, I'm not even doing it on purpose.